Why would a predator trust a stranger with its young? This question echoes across worlds, a puzzle whispered on the solar winds. On Earth, we see it. A stray cat brings her kittens to a familiar porch. A wild bird eats from an outstretched hand. These are small miracles of trust. But what if the stranger was from another star? On a distant world, a human named Ilara faced this question. She learned that empathy and patience are universal languages. Sometimes, the greatest leap across the stars is a simple act of trust. The planet Xylos spun in the orbit of a pale blue star, its surface a masterpiece of alien nature. Crystalline trees spiraled skyward, casting rainbows across bioluminescent forests. Rivers of liquid silver flowed through canyons, their banks lined with chiming moss. This vibrant world was home to the Cryon, apex predators, taller than humans, with twilight fur and golden intelligent eyes. They moved with deliberate grace, their bony head plates shifting to express emotion. Hunters by nature, they lived in packs bound by loyalty and complex social ties. To human settlers, the Cryon were awe-inspiring and fearsome. Ghosts in the glowing forests. Yet, behind their formidable presence was a profound intelligence and curiosity. The Cryon understood family, loyalty, and, as Ilara would soon learn, the quiet language of a gentle spirit. Ilara, a xenobotanist, spent her days exploring Xylos' glowing forests, documenting alien flora. She was a quiet observer, moving with respect for the ecosystem. Her gentle nature led her deep into Cryon territory, not with weapons, but with wonder. One afternoon she heard a soft, distressed whimper, out of place in the forest's harmony. Her training urged her to retreat, but empathy pulled her forward. She found a Cryon cub, trapped in thorny vines, whimpering in pain and fear. As she approached, a massive Cryon mother emerged, muscles tensed, eyes locked on Ilara, a silent warning. Ilara froze, heart pounding, knowing she stood near an injured child and its powerful guardian. Instead of fleeing, she slowly knelt, hands open and visible, making herself small and non-threatening. She spoke softly, not in words the Cryon understood, but in a tone of empathy and care. Her expression showed genuine concern for the cub. The mother's growl softened, her head tilting in cautious curiosity. Ilara's response was not aggression, but surrender and compassion. In that tense moment, a silent conversation passed between them. Ilara's posture said, "I am not a threat, your child is hurt, I want to help." The mother watched, analyzing the strange, gentle alien, and for the first time the possibility of trust flickered in her golden eyes. The air was thick with tension as the Cryon mother weighed instinct against the unfamiliar gentleness before her. Ilara remained still, her gaze steady, projecting empathy and calm. After a long moment, the mother took a slow step back, a small but monumental gesture of trust. She chuffed softly and nudged her cub, granting Ilara permission to approach. Ilara moved forward on her knees, every motion smooth and predictable. She gently freed the cub from the vines, her touch careful and reassuring. The cub flinched but sensed her calm intent. The mother watched, a silent guardian, her threat replaced by cautious curiosity. In that moment, under the glowing trees, a bond was formed, not through words, but through shared vulnerability and compassion. The Cryon mother had taken a leap of faith, trusting a stranger with her most precious treasure. Ilara's belief in kindness had bridged the gap between species. This act of trust would ripple far beyond that forest clearing. It was the beginning of a new understanding. A single act of empathy had changed everything. The universe for a moment felt smaller and more connected. And Ilara realized that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply to care. Trust, once given, can transform worlds. This moment on Xylos echoed humanity's long history of unlikely friendships. From ancient wolves and campfires to people nursing wild creatures, our empathy has always bridged divides. It's not always logical, but it's deeply human. An instinct to care, to connect, to see beyond fear. We tell stories of connection, fill our homes with pets, and celebrate bonds that cross species. The Cryon mother saw in Alara the echo of a caregiver. Gentle hands, a soft voice, selfless focus on her cub. Humanity's quiet ability to be kind became its greatest strength as it reached the stars. Kindness, not technology, proved to be the most effective form of diplomacy the universe had ever seen. Once the cub was free, Alara gently soothed its bruised leg. The cub, whom she called Kale, purred and leaned into her hand. The mother Mara relaxed and nudged Alara in gratitude. From that day, Alara was no longer just a visitor. She was welcome among the Cryon. She learned their language of clicks and chuffs, their social cues and their ways. Kale became her shadow, bringing her gifts and sharing his world. Through him, Alara learned about Cryon life. Her. The pack learned about humanity. Their bond was built on mutual respect. Alara never tried to tame Kale, and he remained wild and free. They were friends, not master and pet. The human settlement watched in awe as Alara's kindness built a bridge no treaty could match. Her simple act of compassion became the foundation for coexistence. It showed that genuine connection, not rules, paves the way to peace. Trust, once earned, can unite even the most unlikely companions. Alara's story was echoed across the galaxy as humanity met new life. It wasn't diplomats or soldiers who forged the strongest bonds, but ordinary people. Scientists, farmers, artists using empathy to build trust. On Aquaria, marine biologists earned the trust of sentient cetaceans through music and patience, not force. On Cygnus X1, a geologist musician connected with the Glim silicon beings through harmonious melodies. These stories became the new narrative: humans as connectors, not conquerors. We were the species that remembered to be gentle, to help the injured, to listen before acting. Our reputation for kindness preceded us, turning first contact from fear to curiosity. Across worlds, the lesson was clear. Empathy is a universal language. The galaxy became a place of cautious hope, where trust could be earned, and friendship could flourish. Alara's story was just one of many, but it shone as a beacon for all. Kindness, again and again, proved to be humanity's greatest gift. The bond between Alara and the Cryon blossomed into partnership. The Cryon guided Alara to rare plants and safe paths. She brought them a sense of security. Other humans learned from her example, approaching the Cryon with respect, reducing conflict. This symbiosis became a model for human-alien relations everywhere. Across the galaxy, humans and native species worked together, weaving a tapestry of cooperation. It always began with a single act of trust. One human choosing empathy, one alien choosing curiosity. These moments became modern fables, teaching new generations that cooperation is not only possible but preferable. The universe, once seen as cold and empty, became a vibrant neighborhood of potential friends. Alara's story showed that even the fiercest predator responds to gentleness, and the most fragile can change the world. The future, it turned out, could be a shared journey, a collaborative effort to thrive together in the cosmos. In the universe's grand story, humanity's greatest gift is not technology or conquest, but connection. Alara's tale is a symbol of our best selves, our power to earn trust and build bridges between hearts. Empathy is our oldest inheritance, guiding us from tribal fires to the stars. It urges us to be gentle, patient, and to help without expectation. This is not weakness, but our most resilient force, the light we carry into the dark. As we explore the galaxy, we'll face challenges and strangeness, but kindness will always show a path forward. Behind every alien gaze is a mind that can understand passion. Let Alara's story inspire us. Every individual can make a difference through a single act of grace. Our greatest adventure is not just discovering new worlds, but discovering the boundless territory of the heart. Humanity's true gift to the universe is the simple, world-changing ability to be a friend. Even to